Hello, I'm Micks Mowers and Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. Happy New Year to you all. Today is the 1st of January 2024. And on the bench today, I've got a lawnmower, which the recoil is, it's really stiff to pull. The gentleman said, a good friend of mine, Rob, he said to me, he's had a bit of a fiddle. The engine cover is off. He's had a bit of a fiddle here, and the cable is actually snapped. So can I repair his cable and look into the reason why this does not recoil? At the moment, he said the lawnmower is failing to start because of it. So we're going to the reasons why this lawnmower is actually failing to start. And actually, it's quite a simple fix. Had he was nearly there. Had he just had a bit more perseverance, he might have got the machine running temporarily before a permanent fixture could be done. But there you go. New Year's resolution for Micks Mowers is this year. I've now been not smoking now since September 2 years ago. So I'm now, or a year and a half ago, so I'm now just over about a year and 4 months of not smoking at all. And as of the 1st of January, I've now joined a gym, and my plan is I'm going on holiday with Mrs. P and Riley in August, and I want to be about 6 stone lighter. So I've joined the gym. That starts next week after my induction, and hopefully in sort of 6 months' time, there should be a bit of a slimmer Micks Mowers going on. So that's my New Year's resolution. Put in the comment section what your New Year's resolution is and how you hope to stick to it and the reasons why. That'd be good to see. So this video is going to be getting this cable sorted out, doing the switch and that sort of stuff, trying to get this mower at least up and running for this gentleman, and then we'll go from there. And I'll tell you the reasons why it's doing it and why it's not doing bits and pieces as we go along. If this is your first time watching Micks Mowers and Mower Man, hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told next time I upload a video. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's try and get this old Briggs & Stratton classic something land lawnmower back up and running so his gentleman can go and cut his grass. Right, so we've got the lawnmower up on the bench now, and the first thing I've noticed is the pull cord is seized. But the spring is actually come off of the hook. Now he did say to me that he actually did do that because he was so frustrated not in his lawnmower not running. You can see here that the spring, there, the tension spring, should be on this little tiny mount just here, and that's the reason why this lawnmower won't start, is because the switch isn't working right. Okay, so he said he can't start that. Now technically, with that being open, that should start. It should start, okay. But because that switch is pulled wide open, that's just freed up a bit now. Pull cord, that should turn, but it's not turning either. So I don't know if there's something actually wrong with the recoil. First thing to do would be to put this spring back onto here, get that put back on, get the switch all cleaned up and as it should be, and then we can then look at the reasons why this dead man's handle's not working to begin with, because the cable is all retracted as it should be up the top end on the dead man's side. The drive cable's also broken. We need to look at that as well. So let's try and get this spring put back onto here, and then we'll go from there. That'll be the first thing to do. So let me just get you keyed in here, get you as close as I can. I have to use a bit of zoomage. That one's pulling out. That cable is, I might just be able to pull it. I might be able to pull it over. Let's see. Let's get a pair of hose clamp pliers. They're normally the best ones for this sort of thing. It's been a while since I've been down here. Right, hose clamp pliers. Let's get a pair of those on. That should give me enough tension just to put that clip over the top of that and put that onto there like so. So that's that. So now the switch is now closed, and now I should be able to operate the switch from the top of a lawnmower, which should be here. So there you go, that's now working as it should do. Just want to make sure it's actually clearing the switch as well as I operate that. Let me just swing the camera around a bit just so I can just see. I'll move you guys into a better position just so you guys can see too. What I want to make sure is that switch is actually breaching where it should be here. Let me just get in position. It should be breaching here as it is now, and then as you pull the lever it should be clearing the switch, which it is. It's actually been mucking about with that because now that is constantly on. So that switch wants to be bent down. Bend that down so we can actually get that switch to do its job. So by pushing this switch down in the open position, bend that down like so. Now that should, no, he's been in here. We've been having a fiddle, proper old fiddle. Fiddle fairies have been in. Let me grab a screwdriver, decent screwdriver. Flat head would probably be better. And I want to bend this arm up. Got plenty on it. So that's now touching. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now you see what I've done? All I've done is literally just bent this part of the switch up here. See that part of the switch? Let me get a light around here. Let me get a light in for you. You see what's going on. So this switch here, okay, I've just bent that bit up. Okay, and by bending that bit up, here's the actual switch that actually connects. When it breaches, that will stop the spark. Okay, this part here, and it's got to connect on this one here. So when I now operate this, you'll now see it actually now clears. See how it drops down? You seeing that? See how it drops down? So that'll stop the engine, that'll make the engine go. And it has to be clear there and make contact there. So that switch is now working and working as it should be. So I'm quite happy with that. All I'm going to do now is get some carburetor spray on there and I'm going to clean that little switch up so that it makes a good contact. And then hopefully we'll at least be able to start the machine up by using that switch. So a bit of carburetor spray, a bit of a clean. I'm going to open the switch up and get a rag. Ooh. Open the switch up, get a rag and just clean inside that switch. Get rid of all that dirt and grease. Yeah, that's now working lovely now. Right, so he did say that the recoil's not working either. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly try and fire this lawnmower up on the bench just to see if we can now start the machine up. I just need to try and disconnect the drive too, because that drive cable is also incorrect. So let me swing you guys around. Put you about there. I'm just going to try and fire it up on the bench. Just to start. That's all I want to do. Nothing more than that. He said it just refuses to start. So I'll disconnect this drive cable because the drive cable is actually engaged fully, and I think he's done something up here as well. Let's try and disengage this this drive cable. Let's take that off for now, just so we can operate stuff. Get back into old Mr. Drive. That should now roll backwards. Yes, it does. Lovely. Right, so that's the drive now disengaged. Right, let's see what happens. So let's give it a couple of primes. As I say earlier on, it wouldn't even start. Let's pull the dead man's handle in, see what we get. That tried to fire. Let's give it a bit more. Right, nothing there. Let's whip the plug out and see what's going on with the plug. That'll be the next place to look at. Let's grab a plug spanner. Close that drawer up, Mick. Plug spanner. Let's just have a look at plug. Oh. I'm going to take that out. I can smell fuel. Oh yeah, man, we've got water in there too. There's water in the plug. Let's take that out. Let's put a new plug in. NGK B2LM. New plug goes in. And we're then going to nick that up. Put that in there. Now what's the betting? It'll now start that plug. It'll probably work if I clean it up. There's so much water in there, and the contact's really close too. So let's try that now. Let's see what happens now. 3 pumps. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so we've got a bit of a run going on. It's not very happy. Let's try and keep it running if we can. Okay, so the lawnmower now runs and stops when it's asked to, so that we know the switch is now working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the oil levels. I'm going to leave that plug in for now, check the oil levels. I'm going to remove the recoil cover off, just to get rid of some of this slack up here. Get rid of some of that. And then I need to look at this drive cable too. See what's going on with that, because at the moment the drive is not working, and I'd like to get the drive to work nicely if I could. So let's have a look at that as well whilst we're here, shall we? Right, drive cable time. Let's have a quick little look at what we can do with that. Now on these, this is more done on not so much the gearbox side of it, this is more done on a tensioner. So I'm going to remove the 2 screws off the back of this mower. I'm hoping to get away with just putting a new sleeve inside here. So this is what makes the drive work. This little tiny spring mechanism here, that's no problem at all, but the drive cable is actually snapped up the top end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that all off, and what we're going to do is we're just going to run in a brand new cable inner into here, so that we can get the drive cable to at least run, and then we'll go from there. So a quick little snip up the top end. You guys won't see this because I'm up the top end up here. Just going to cut the drive cable off, like so, get that gone. Don't let my dog chew that, because it'll do her no favours. Get rid of that, and then we've got the drive cable, which is accessorised down here. So let's pull that cable out. It's on a little tiny spring. Pull that cable out, Mick. All the way. There's there. So that's that cable out. Now the only bit I want to keep of this will be that spring. See, it's got that little tiny ball on there. Just want to keep that little tiny spring and possibly that little tiny ball. I'm going to cut that ball. So it's got about 10 mil, no more than 10 mil. Right, oh, that's tough, man. Cut that, remove the spring. I want to keep that and get rid of the cable. That bit of cable is now redundant to us. And I bought here a little connection cable set, which you can buy on Amazon, eBay, that sort of place, no problem. And it comes with a Z-bend on one end, okay, and a blank on the other. And it also comes with a little tiny elbow clip as well on the other end if you need it. But the idea is to run this cable with the Z-bend, because I want the Z-bend up the top. I run this cable all the way down through. Once I lubricate the cable, the inner arm of the cable up, I'll lubricate that first, and then I'll run this cable all the way down, and we'll fix the spring on the other end. So let me get this cable fitted first, all unwound, get it lubricated, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, so a bit of lubrication for the nation. Gonna go down the hole. In there, what's up with that? That's good. A bit of a shake up. I'm gonna run that all the way down in there. So it comes out other end. It's coming out of here already, look. But I want it to come down the bottom. There it goes. That's a lithium grease going down in there. Help run that down through. So now what I can do is I can get this new cable, and I want to put the one with the Z bend in last. Okay, so this is going to go. This will go in first with a blank. We're going to run this down in the hole, all the way down. You might hit a snag point just here. Okay, I'm going to run that down, all the way down, all the way down. Well, it's out the other end now, and I just want to hook up the drive with a Z bend to there, pull the slack out. Right, so now all I've got to do is measure up the distance between what's needed just down here for me to add the spring onto the end, because that spring's got to go onto there. I'll find to all. Yes. I can then run this cable all the way through, like so. And I want it nice and slack, because there's plenty of travel on the other side. And I want to cut that cable. It's going to be around about there. That's where we're going to cut this cable. So make a brave choice, cut the cable. Cable now cut. So now what we can do is, I can now remove that spare bit of cable out of the way, we don't need that no more. I can take that spring off. I'm now going to disconnect this entire cable off of the whole mower, take it over to a vise and reconnect it with some of my joining cable tools. Let's use my, my cable removal tool here. Put that onto there, that gets rid of that. Thank you, Brandon, a lovely tool. Check out my mate Brandon Small Engines Repair for your cable removal tool, they're brilliant. I use mine a lot. I can now remove the cable off the top of the machine. That will then give me like the entire cable, then go over and fix the cable the other side in the vise. So let me get it disconnected and I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. Right, so the cable's now been repaired. By removing the whole cable off of the lawnmower itself, all I've done is, there's a little tiny clip in here, which I just compress into a vise, okay? And then the spring goes over the top of that, sits inside there. That can't fit through there because it's too big. And there's your lawnmower fixed. So your cable's now fixed. And I do actually have in my arsenal on YouTube lawnmower cable fix video. So if you're interested in how to fix it, I have a video dedicated to fixing lawnmower cables. I'll try and put the link in the description, comment section, and in the top corner now. Go and check that out. But now we can now fit this back on. So this old cable here, this is the one that goes onto the dead man, which will be situated over yonder. Let me bring this lawnmower in just a smidge, just to try and get it to all do its business. Let me bring it in. So the one without the spring, that's got to be fitted onto the back, and then push that cable all the way through, push it through to all. That's that cable done. And then this one here, the spring will now fit onto there. Run the cable through, fit that through there, and now that now works there. I can now run this cable, the rest of it, up to the top of the machine, and we can then hook up that side of it, and that should be that cable then fixed. And if you pull it, you'll see it operates for drive with ease. There you go. Let me get the lawnmower cable fit up the top end, and I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. Right, so now the drive cable's now been sorted. It's now in position. It's a full repair. It's not a temporary repair. The dead man's now works as well, as it should do. And now your drive cable now works and puts tension on as well as it should do. There is the option there just to pull that back a touch, just to provide a bit more tension if needed, but we'll test that out as and when we go to try the drive in a bit. The cover can now go back on once it's had a bit of a clean up. I will check the oil and what have you. This lawnmower should be done. So once it's all been done, new oil, I'll check the pull cord, and we'll take it outside, give it a run, see what it does. Hopefully it'll run and drive. Right, Pip, come here. Good girl. Right, let's drag this one out. Hey Pip, good girl. It's so wet out here, guys. Right, here's the mower all done now. What we're looking for is this machine to now start, run and drive. It wasn't doing either. So hopefully it'll do something now. So let's give it a pump. Pip, come here, good girl. Aren't you walking off nowhere? That kitchen's open, door's open, the conservatory, you're eating cat food. I know what you like. Right, all in the week, good girl. Right, so quick pull, see if it'll start up. Drive. Lovely. There was a bit of adjustment on that drive. Yeah. See how it's not working? Pull that cable. So I have just got to adjust the drive very quickly. That won't take me 2 seconds at all. Where up to, Doc? Come on, yeah, good girl. So I can put it back in the shed quickly, adjust the drive, and I'll come back to you. Right, we are back. Now all I've done is I've just made some adjustments on the cable, just here, turning it out, and just bent the bracket slightly on there. That's all I've done. But now, when you start her up, now it drives. Hi, Pip. Here we go. There you go. So we'll put the cover back on, and that's that lawnmower now done. What do you think, Pip? Yeah, good girl. Pip's going off to have an operation in 2 days' time. She's going to go and get spayed, so no puppies for Pippi. 2 days' time, Pip, we're going to the vets. And that's it, one lawnmower now all up and running. Starts, stops, as it should do, and now drives as well with a cable repair, new cable. All singing, all dancing. There you go. If you've got any comments, then leave a comment down in the comment section for me, and I'll try and reply to all comments where I can. But thank you for watching Micks Mowers and Mower Man. I look forward to the next episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon. But until then, guys, much more importantly, take it easy. It's going to lash down the rain any second.